Now you can start. Oh, that nonsense.
Woo! There it is. Stay with it. We in the building, you know. Hey, it's football time. We done made it through the summer, finals, Olympics. But football, like, it's football season. Let's get it.
You know, what are you excited for?
Hey, man,
And you're a Cowboy fan. What do you have to be excited about?
It's not even about me and the Cowboys, right? It's the fact that my misery is going to be your misery too. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Listen, we winning 7 games, y'all winning 4 games. That's how it's going to be.
Oh, so you think y'all that much better than us?
Yup, 3 games.
Yeah, I think y'all at least 3 games better than us.
I stay winning. I'm winning, I stay winning. I did it, I stay winning. I'm winning, never losing. I'm winning, or caught slipping. I did it, I stay winning. I'm winning, I stay winning. Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. Both of our teams are coming in to this season as underdogs to the Eagles. It's the Eagles' division to lose.
To me, it's been the Eagles' division to lose last 2 seasons.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean, realistically. But if
y'all hung in with them last year, didn't y'all win the division?
Yes, I think so. But you know, with the turmoil they got internally, they have the best team.
Yeah.
In the NFC East. I don't think it's close from a player to player perspective. I think they have the best team. Even with losing a Hall of Fame center.
Yeah.
And I think he should be a Hall of Fame D tackle in Fletcher Cox.
Yeah.
I think they still have a better team off the bottom. And I think Hassan Reddick is gone.
Yep.
Yeah, Hassan Reddick is a Jet.
Yeah, that's right. He's over there giving them headaches.
Yeah, giving them a problem. So I still think they are a better team player for player. Right. But you know what the most interesting part about the Eagles is that quarterback head coach relationship.
Yeah, Sirianni and Hurts going at it.
And that could be a internal destruction that can derail their season.
What do you think? Whose side are you on? You feel like, all right, if there's an issue here, trade the player, keep the coach, or fire the coach?
I hope they both fail so they can lose. That's the side I'm on. I can tell that. I don't want yourselves. Keep going.
Yeah, we pull up with the popcorn, like
yeah. It's the changing stuff here, baby. That's the side I'm on. I don't care who wins.
That's fair. He was also based on it. This is based just on a headline that I read, so I have no information about this, but it's saying like Saquon already given them injury concerns.
Man, that's as nice of a guy as Saquon appears to be. And his reputation speaks that he is. It's really sad to know that his body just doesn't do what it's capable of doing consistently for a full season.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's the gift and the curse.
Yeah, because we look at him and we ask him to be better. Need elite athletes that are all playing that same position. You know, and that's not fair. Like there's maybe 3 running backs in the whole NFL where I feel like, you know, you gotta really take care of that guy because he's a game changer. Yeah. Like Christian McCaffrey for sure. Like,
no, number 1.
It's number 1. I would say for a minute, your man that's with Baltimore now.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, King Henry. Yeah. And Saquon could have been.
Yeah.
He is when he's healthy. The problem though is he keeps getting injured, and he now has a reputation for being injury prone.
Yeah, it's just what it is. This is what it is. You know what I mean? But I think that like when it comes down to the Eagles in general, if they're healthy and they're clicking at all cylinders, they should win the division. It's a brutal schedule for the NFC East this year.
Yeah.
We go through the AFC North, so that means you get Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Cleveland, Cincinnati. You get all them.
Yeah.
Right? And here's the catch. There's no guaranteed win in any of those 4 games.
Well, there's no guarantee win. Not for maybe not for our teams because our teams suck. But
Correct.
Jamar Chase might not be there in Cincinnati.
And
That's the situation they got to iron out.
big news.
Cleveland. I know Nick Chubb should be coming back, but I don't know who else they have, and I don't know what Nick Chubb looks like right now.
Yes. I think that, man, they got Myles Garrett.
Yeah, they got a great. They got the number one defensive end in the NFL.
They got Myles Garrett, man, and they have enough of other pieces. Mark Cooper, Deshaun Watson doesn't have to be the Deshaun Watson of the Houston Texans. He just got to be decent enough to not lose games. He's not a game changer anymore. He's a game manager now. You know what I mean?
You got to stay healthy.
That's also true. But, when you think about, just in general, those four teams, unfortunately, Baltimore right now, to me, has the advantage out of that division.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if Cincinnati's healthy and they got Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow's healthy, they're going to be right there. You know what I mean? They just game changers, man. So
Cincinnati, right now, without Jamar Chase, Cincinnati doesn't scare me. Cleveland does not scare me. Baltimore scares everybody. And Pittsburgh should scare more people because Tomlin is that effective.
Absolutely.
You can give Tomlin, just a bunch of strong athletes.
Yeah.
They don't have to be anything special per se. He's going to make a competitive team out of it.
Correct.
He just happened to have some elite guys on this team as well. So
right.
They're going to do well, man. But
I don't know. This is a year that I don't know if the Cowboys make the playoffs.
Yes. So happy to hear that.
With their schedule, lack of a running game, we still don't know if they've shored up the linebacker position and the D-tackle position. It's good to have Diggs coming back. We'll see how that plays out. The corners and the safeties are looking good. Michael Parsons is Michael Parsons. D-Law is a year older. Dak is consistent during the regular season. Hopefully we get CeeDee Lamb. You know what I mean? So there's pieces in place, but the schedule in general is a gauntlet. It's a very, very, very difficult schedule. And if there's any major mishaps, I don't know if they pull it out and make a playoff spot, even with the extra spot there. We'll see. They'll be fighting for it, but if Philly does what I think they're capable of doing and they kind of run away with the NFC East, then it's really a pick 'em, for that 7th spot.
I think y'all will do well because of Mike McCarthy. Honestly, I think that if you have a Super Bowl winning coach and he knows how to manage a season pretty well. So I think that getting to the playoffs is probably going to be straightforward for the Cowboys, to be honest. Hopefully, if you don't win a division, which is unlikely, if Philly can achieve what they want to achieve, maybe we'll have a strong enough division where we'll get a wild card team and it'll be, the Cowboys likely, based on how things are looking.
So let me ask, man, is this Daniel Jones last year as a Giant?
Up until this morning, I was 70% certain that this was going to be Daniel Jones last season. And what I mean by that is, we look at Daniel Jones and we have all of this hope because we're Giants fans and we want to believe that we have an opportunity to win and compete in the playoffs. The reality is he has not shown us top 10 quarterback sensibilities or talent since he's been in the league. Right, so this is year 6 for him, something like that, and he's looking more and more like a QB2, to be honest, like a very capable QB2, somebody that can come in and win a game for you if your number one goes out, maybe carry you for 2 or 3 games before he throws an interception or mismanages the game in a way where the fans are like, well, we need our number one back.
Right.
But as a starting QB1 that's asked to go out and perform regularly, he hasn't shown us consistently. He hasn't shown us the ability to do that. Now, I know about our offensive line issues and all of those things. I'm not saying that it's solely on him, but he was drafted because he was the best quarterback in the draft for teams. Best quarterback performing when under pressure. Meaning, you give him a crappy O-line, he was still capable of getting it done. We haven't seen that at the NFL level consistently. We've seen it in spurts, but not consistently. However, I will say this: what changed my mind I was talking to a friend of the cast, and he said to me, he's not panicked yet about the Giants. I said, why not? He said, well, because he realizes, looking at the one interception that Daniel Jones threw when he was trying to hit Hyatt. Last preseason game, he threw 2 interceptions. He threw one that was just a dumb decision. I don't even want to talk about it. He threw the second one trying to hit Jalen Hyatt on a flyout. And Jalen Hyatt had an opportunity to catch the ball. He was going up against a highly rated cornerback. That cornerback was able to undercut it and get the ball, right? That was the interception. But what was explained to me was the fact that Daniel threw that shows that Daves is actually trying to get the Giants to push the ball up the field. And that's the reason to be optimistic. And I actually like that take, man. I love that take because, you need to use the preseason to develop that timing and understand the defenses well enough, read the defense well enough to know when to go for it. In that particular case, Jalen Hyatt was 1-on-1. It's a good opportunity to go for it. Push the ball up there. I think Jalen Hyatt could have played the ball a little bit better and been in better position to catch it. But I also feel like, this is the preseason. This is the time to work on these things. In the regular season, maybe those opportunities will come up again and we'll be more successful because of this experience. We'll see.
So here's another thought when it comes to like the Giants in general, because Daboll, highly successful assistant, and then really made a nice transition that first year with Daniel. With Daniel Jones, right? And then last year, I think it took a step back. Is his future tied to Daniel Jones, or do you think the Giants? Okay, so if they move on from Daniel Jones, they keep in Daboll so he can draft the quarterback that he wants today. That's how they go.
It depends because right now, like if I was trying to keep score on Daboll, I would say that he's 1-1, meaning he had one fantastic, outstanding season where he was rightly voted as coach of the year for overachieving and getting the Giants a bum team to the playoffs. But the problem was he had a completely polarizing opposite season the next year, his second year, which was last season, where the Giants sucked. They underachieved, and he was to blame mostly because of his leadership style, his mentorship, his not mentorship, but his lack of trust in the people around him, his lack of accountability to himself for some of the mistakes that were made. And so he's 1-1 right now. If he has another year like last season where he's messing up pretty badly, he'll be gone. But I think he'll be gone separate than Daniel Jones. Like Daniel Jones will probably be gone because he just cost too much for the talent that he's shown. Dave should be gone because he would have shown to be ineffective.
Right, he's not athlete.
Right.
I feel the same way with Mike McCarthy. That he's 1-1, but I feel like this is his last shot. Like, this is it right here, where if he doesn't get this team to an NFC Championship game or further, he loses his job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not that he hasn't won. He's won games. I think the last 2 seasons, he's 12 wins. 11, 12 wins or whatever. So it's not that he hasn't won games. He's won games. But his team has always come up, the Cowboys have always come up short against a rival team in the playoffs, and it always looks bad. It's not like they're close games. They're embarrassed in the biggest stages. And that, no matter how many wins you produce in the regular season, get you behind fire.
Yeah.
So I'm under the impression that this is his last hurrah. to make a case to stay the Cowboys head coach after this season. And with the like I said, with the schedule that we have, and with the holes that I think we have defensively still, I don't know, bro. I really don't know. You know what I mean? If we start off slow, I could see him get fired in the middle of the year.
Wow. Who's the assistant? Because you got to have a lot of faith in the assistant.
Yeah, I don't know, brother. But I'm telling you, if the ship is sinking early, I wouldn't be surprised if Jerry Jones pulled the trigger and get rid of him. Wouldn't be surprised at all.
Even though the Dallas Cowboys are now expected to be valued at $10 billion,
Mm-hmm.
you don't think that matters?
Because that ain't gonna change. That's not him getting fired. Ain't gonna change the bottom line. They're still gonna be valued over $10 billion.
But they were valued much less than that before Mike McCarthy came on.
Their value has been increasing yearly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would say this though. If they didn't fire him last year and make Dan Quinn, who now is Washington's head coach, the D coordinator now could kind of slide into that position.
Who do you have?
He's the old Minnesota Vikings head coach. Can't think of his name right off the top of my head.
Okay.
But I tell you what, I think he missed out on Bill Parcells. And I think he missed out on Sean Payton. So, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Whatchamacallit is around right now. Belichick. Belichick got his ear. Okay.
Yep.
That sucks, man. When you going into the season with, you going into the season, you know that you good at your job. You got a little bit of hardware to show for it. But like the guy that had 7 championships is sitting there looking at you like, man, that job looks comfortable.
I mean, Bill Belichick got 8. He got 8. He got 2 with the Giants and 6 with the Patriots. Yeah.
He got. Oh yeah. Sorry.
He got the 2.
I was thinking 7 with the Patriots. I thought Brady. I was giving Brady 8. I knew Brady got 1 with the Tampa Bay, but he had 7 in total. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Belichick got 8 total. Yup.
Yeah.
But
6 of the head dude.
Yeah, 6 of the head guy. Yup. So I don't know, man. I mean, I still, man, thinking about the NFL and the whole NFL, Kansas City is still the team to beat.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I don't.
Even last year, we thought they were like, the Kansas City done lost it. They, they're not gonna. Got close to the playoffs, so they just turned it on and just steamrolled everybody.
The only teams I could see beating them in the AFC is right now is if the Baltimore Ravens run the ball and keep Patrick Mahomes off the field. You cannot let Patrick Mahomes have the ball last. It's similar to the Brady effect, or the Peyton Manning effect. If they get the ball last and it's a 3-point game or it's less than a touchdown, man, go ahead, man. Just go to sleep. Hey, man, pack your bags. That's what happens, yo. That's what happens. There's nothing you can do about it. It's Patrick Mahomes, boy. You know what I'm saying?
It's wild to me, like how much faith and how much rope you give Lamar Jackson.
Hey, man.
He has not shown you that he's that guy. He's in the playoffs.
Two-time MVP, man. The 2-time MVP.
2-time regular season MVP.
He's a 2-time MVP, and I can't justify. You're right. I can't justify the way he's played in the postseason, but I can question the coach's play calling and their play style in the playoffs. I can't question that.
Yeah, if you want to deflect from the guys that's on the field, sure.
Oh, man. You know what? We're not going to argue about Lamar Jackson. I got them winning the Super Bowl anyway. I got Kansas City. I just think that Baltimore has the capabilities to beat it.
Last year you were all about Baltimore, man. We talked about them. Lamar Jackson is great regular season, but let's be real. He is Tony Romo in the postseason. it's the difference is the fall off is greater, right? Because Tony Romo was a decent quarterback regular season,
Yeah.
and then key moments just didn't go in his way in the postseason. Lamar is the
Outstanding.
number one or number two, because really Patrick Mahomes is in the conversation all the time.
He's outstanding. Yeah.
Lamar is top three quarterback all regular season, and then he's like the eighth best quarterback. Well, when the postseason happens.
So give me, man, like, who's a surprise team out of NFC right now that you think is going to either take a leap forward or that's going to come out of nowhere and surprise some teams this year?
Well, honestly, it's hard to say take a leap forward, but I am hoping that Detroit Lions have a better season this season than they did last season, which means
they go to
kind of hoping that they go to the Super Bowl. Yeah, they were in the conference finals last year, so I like their stories.
Mm-hmm.
I like their stories. They have good players, and great players are ambassadors of the sport, and don't have a lot of enemies. So I think they can take that leap if you want to say that. Like they can actually make it to the Super Bowl.
I got, man, same conference, same division.
I know.
I got the Packers, man. I think the Packers are going to overtake the Lions this season. They're going to be the team that comes out of the NFC North this year. I think Detroit makes the playoff, but I think the Packers win that division this year.
It's wild. When you set it up, I thought you want to say Chicago, and I was sitting here going like that. I missed an opportunity to say Chicago.
Yeah. Now I think Chicago's going to be better, but I'm not a big Caleb Williams fan.
Right? You don't have to be a fan. He can throw that ball, and he got weapons out there. Yeah, he got DC Moore. He got a Doomsday, and he got Keenan Allen. He got Western.
It's going to be interesting to see how they put it all together in Chicago.
It's going to be. You got Western. You'll see. You'll see.
Now the AFC, I know that this is going to be unpopular.
You got Houston.
No, they're not going to surprise anybody. They here to stay.
Okay.
The Jets.
The Jets doing what?
They're gonna cause a problem
with themselves.
Aaron Rodgers healthy is gonna cause some problems in the AFC. Because I'm gonna tell you a team that's gonna take a step back. The Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, I agree.
They're gonna take a step back. And I don't think New England is ready to take that step up. It's Miami's division to win. They're going, in my opinion, if they're all healthy, they're gonna win. But I think the New York Jets is going to be a problem in the AFC this year with the healthy Aaron Rodgers.
Okay. All right. Let me take a sidebar real quick.
Yeah.
Have you seen the news about, Tua Tagovailoa, Tua T, what he said about Brian Flores?
I have.
Yeah. What you think of that?
I think it's weak.
What's weak?
For him to say it publicly like this at this moment.
Okay.
Right, and what I mean by that is you're past it now. You've had success without him. You have been playing great, man, and people see the talent that you showed in college. They're seeing it on the NFL level. So you've risen above whatever Brian Flores did say with your play, and the new coach that you got, in McDaniels. So
right.
To me, for him to take that kind of shot now is weak. Not because it may not be true, but I just think that you're past it now. So there's no need to kind of look back at what it was.
Yeah, no one questions whether it's true because Brian Flores kind of validated it by basically saying like I've grown from it.
Yeah.
And so we don't even question like whether or not it's true. I don't anyway. What I question is question why we look at it like he did the wrong thing. Like Brian Flores did something that was very bad. I don't think he did something that was very bad. I think he tried a technique on the wrong person. It wasn't a fit for that particular player. And that's what you learn. Like individuals are motivated differently. You know, when he did his press conference with Brian Flores, you know, he had two of his current players, defenders, standing behind him because he's a defensive coordinator now. And I wondered, I don't know what motivates each one of those players, right? But they might be the type of players who would respond positively to that type of feedback from their coach. And therefore it works. I understand that it didn't work with Tua. But to me, it's like, okay, that's it. That's the extent of it. You know, he tried something, didn't work with that player, didn't resonate with it. Fine. That doesn't make him a terrible person. And that's where I'm like, man, I don't like this. I don't like this. I know every technique ain't for everybody.
It's, man, and that's the reason, because what you're doing, see, here's the thing, man, Tua's popularity and his platform has grown because of his play. So now he's got more ears and he's got more people and supporters publicly supporting him now. And to now speak on Brian Flores in the manner that he did, which to me is, you know, it's counterproductive. It's like, okay, well, Brian Flores has moved on. You've moved on and you found success. He's been doing a pretty good job in Minnesota, led by guys be black guys. Why are we digging this up all over again?
Yeah.
That's my only issue with it. I get it. Hey, it bothered you. And I'm not, you know, I can't speak for how you feel about it, but to make it public, the way you're making it public, that was my only issue.
Yeah, and I saw, you know, watched Stephen A. give a take on this as well, because he talked about the timing of the comments and the lawsuit that Brian Flores has against the NFL. So this can paint him as maybe unqualified for head coaching roles because of this one player's feedback, and you know, potentially used against him in this case that's going to trial soon. I don't know, but you know, that is a very relevant take, and you know, something that the right people should keep an eye on. But I don't know.
It is what it is, man. I think that's just what it is, and it's not a good moment, in my opinion, in football sports right now. And you know, when it comes to like old school type of coaches, you know, those dinosaur coaches are no longer in the NFL. You know, they've kind of moved on from that kind of coaching type, that style. You know, I think maybe Sean Payton might be the last of that dying breed, you know, because Bill Belichick is gone.
Well, Sean Payton is part of the case.
Yeah.
You know, he's part of the case that Brian Flores is bringing to the NFL, part of that suit.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, it's just a different day and age now. So, you know, you make do with what you got. But, man, I think it's going to be a fun NFL season, man. Fun season.
Yep.
We'll get some predictions later. But, yeah, man, football preview. Cowboys, Giants, they both going to suck.
Giants going to win 5 games, though. That's what I'm saying. They're going to win 5.
That's fine.
We're going to win 5.
7 or 8, and I'm going to be pulling out the rest of what my hair is on the top of under this hat. Jesus, man. So stay winning. Follow us, staywinning.tv. You know what it is. And most importantly,
I stay winning. I'm winning. I stay winning. I did it. I stay winning. I'm winning. Never losing. I'm winning. Or caught slipping.